Hello everyone, Loremaster of Sotek here, back with another episode of the Alith Anar campaign. Excuse me, last time we left off fighting the forces of Haggrafe in this ambush battle, so let's hop right into it. Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to try and answer a couple of little questions I've seen around the channel, especially when we're on these like in-between screens. Let me look up some. So someone asked me earlier, they said, who's going to be the next faction update focus? Which, for those of you who aren't aware, there's kind of a running series on my channel called the Future of series. We've already done the Empire and the Dwarves. And the next one is actually going to be the Greenskins. The reason the Greenskins did not come out earlier was basically just because with the Queen and the Crone DLC coming out, I want these videos to actually be, you know, like looked at by people, especially potentially those at CA, and considered for actual changes. And once we kind of started getting closer to the DLC release date, you don't really want to be trying to like pound away at the door, you know, asking for more changes, because at that point, you know, everything that's already been done for that patch is done, and you're not going to be able to have other changes. And so the Greenskin video, for instance, might have gotten buried. So that's why we kind of had a pause on the series until the DLC came out. Now that the DLC is out and we're past that point, we can go ahead and start working on the Greenskin video, which is, of course, like I said, the next project. Let's see. So he's running on a cold one. I think I'm going to have Alith Anar shoot him from over here. And we're going to put most of our guys through this little... Actually, I'll probably just put my entire army here. Just this hole here. Just mow people down. And we'll have the spearmen, including the Lothern Sea Guard, rush the entrance to see if we can close it off. Of course, we've got our dragon. You two can chill out back here, and then we've got the random archer unit, who I just have not had time to get rid of yet. Alright, so we're going to start. Have you guys run up. I'm going to shoot the enemy lord. And we'll bring the dragon around. Use the mage to try and slow down some of these units, especially the Doomfire Warlocks, if they're kind of vulnerable to magic. So we can do this, create a copy. And the two of them should actually be able to wreck these guys. We want to look for a nice big concentration of troops, just like this. And we want to drop this ability over by my mage, because that generates more winds of magic, if you haven't seen that ability before. You need to ride in and attack the enemy general. Sea Guard, let's get in here. Alright, archers, let's focus down the enemy archer units. Are there any more Doomfire Warlocks? Yes, there are. So let's throw a Malekith on them. Slow them down a tad. Alith Anar is doing okay in this little exchange. Yep, you chase off the enemy lord and kill him. Things are going well. But yeah, so the Greenskins are going to be the next faction that we focus, which I hope a lot of people are really looking forward to. Once the Greenskins are done, we'll probably be moving to, I don't know who's going to be after that. We might just kind of complete the original races, and so go ahead and just knock out, like, the vampire counts after that. But, you know, we'll play it by ear. There probably will be an allowance for a vote. We do want to finish the Game 1 factions before we even bother with the Game 2 factions. This is actually kind of a hard fight for him. But they're getting army losses. That was was a nice successful ambush. Still find it funny ambushing with a dragon. It's like such a massive beast. Alright, this does magic damage, I'm pretty sure. Nah, it just does armor piercing. Well, we killed those 2 guys. Alright, so we'll just let our archers kind of just mow down people where they can. Just doing lots of lovely damage. Pop a heal potion on him. That was a nice successful ambush. I love it. Alright. I'm going to look forward to when we can get rid of the spearman and the archer and fill in just really elite infantry. Because the goal is going to be to have like an elite infantry corps backed up by the dragon and the mage and probably the noble, and then have Alith Anar and all of the shadow guys deploy somewhere else. That way they're all kind of together and in a big buff group and just mowing people down at a distance. But we're not quite there yet. But yeah, we're going to knock out the Game 1 factions first for the Future of series, just because, you know, I'm not seeing the Game 2 factions having any major overhauls or updates in the near future. Plus, a lot of them don't really need it. You know, like the Skaven were probably the most in need of an overhaul to their food mechanic, and we already got that, which was super nice. Obviously, I think there are little tweaks that could be done, like obviously the Dark Elf Black Arcs could use some tweaking. I think the High Elves, and a lot of stuff is more AI
Illuminate
problems
the Shadowlands.
at that point.
It's easier just to release them. A reminder of crossing Alith Anar.
So we'll do forced labor for healing. Alright, we got a bard. Nice. And man, we got a ton of stuff. Oh, we finished martial law, so that's nice. Oh, the joys of clicking on things for the first time in an episode. 'Cause I don't have an SSD, so my computer has to think. It's like, ah! Alright, we want favorable winds, and then darken the skies. Nice. Alright. And I've already moved my full distance. Don't think we're gonna do anything else major there.
I serve the Phoenix King.
You are just guarding this area.
Garrisoning.
See, we got 2 turns until we recycle. Are there any interesting rites to be performed? We can summon him again, but I'm gonna wait until, you know, obviously it goes through again. Vol's Anvil has been secured, and now we're working on Hag Hall and this area as well. So let's go ahead and end our turn. We'll make sure Haggrave's army is thoroughly beaten, and we might even go ahead and raise the Venom Glade.
How fares your soft southern realm?
Because a lot of the times they tend to, the AI faction will try and fill in provinces, so that'll buy us some time if they start invading south. And, we might not have time for that, though, because Morothy is already backing at it, and we need to make sure Hag Hall is defended properly. I don't really care if she takes Bleakhold, but I do care a lot if she takes, they wounded our noble. That sucks. We even have a lot of buffs in this army against hero action, so that's really unfortunate. Well, he's just going to be down and out for a little while, unfortunately.
To the woods.
Alright, so let's fall back to Hag Hall, so that we can attack Morothy when the time comes. Yep, and we want that level 2 garrison here, and then we are able to build something interesting here. We could do growth, we could do money. We kind of do need more finances at the moment.
You must restore order.
We don't have a horse building yet, actually. And this place generates horses. So let's actually, let's do that then. Let's do the horse construction here.
Shattered realm. Too much
right.
southern blood in them.
Mage leveled up. Let's grab the Withering. Actually, you know what? Let's grab smoke and mirrors to make our army a little faster when we cast. Thematic and fun. Alright, that puts us pretty low on funding for now, but that's okay. You know, I don't think we're going to have any attacks from the ocean for a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and run this princess over here so that we can push Harganeth back using her army.
I'm waiting.
Because her army is large enough and skilled enough that it should be able to push them back. So that should work. Just while we're sitting here chatting, I have been working on the Belagar video quite a bit, trying to get it finished up for Carrick 8 Peaks week. I know a lot of people are really excited for when that day returns, that we have regular lore, big character lore videos coming out. And there's also, I've also started working on a new geography video. Oh my goodness, we can see everybody. After that, I'm not really sure what we're going to do after that. Don't want to plan too far ahead. But been trying to work around, I talk very frankly, especially on this show, because this is just sort of me rambling for an hour. But my anxiety developed a new symptom, which I've been kind of struggling with because it caught me off guard. Oh, we got our new marked for death targets. Krokgar? Oh, man. That's impossibly far away, even for 20 turns. Ooh, this chick. That's nice. We can actually do that without having to go there. And then Hellebrand is way the hell that way. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kill Corvicius Blackstone by using an army.
It shall be done.
And then I'm going to kill Hellebrand using our agent. So we're going to go ahead and summon him. Because it's going to take him a long time to get there.
Anar's bidding.
He's just going to go straight into the ocean and beeline for her. Alright, so let's see. We could get Upholders of Order, which would help a lot. Recall Colonists would be really good. Let's go ahead and get Great Weapons while we have that level 3 building. Alright, so we're going to attack Morothy here. Should be a pretty one-sided battle. Yep. We will force labor to heal up. And then I am actually going to march this way to take the fight to her. Well, we want to wait until we get Hero back. Dang. Oh, we'll be able to recruit some cav here, though. That'll be nice.
Loic's fury.
It's interesting they make him so Loic heavy. He used to be, he's more of a lot of Alith Anar's personal story revolves around Lilith, the goddess of the moon. She had a massive impact on his personal story. You know what? I might fall back to go... Or you know what? We might just do global recruitment. Except I can't afford anything, of course. Alright, does the Venom Glade have a garrison? It does, so I can't afford to outright attack it. So let's do the Circle of Destruction instead.
To battle! Asur, to battle!
Shouldn't need to fight this. Yeah. And we can just
Victory
sack
for the
this.
Asur!
Good job, princess.
Loyal and capable.
Who needs a Disney princess when you can get a chick with a bow? Grab Draftmaster, fall back to Hotek's column.
Orders.
Our wizard leveled up, which is awesome. Let's get Hand of Glory. And then, I don't want to build you up too much just yet. Oh, awesome. And we got a level 5 settlement here. So we can switch this to do something else for now. So let's do Tribute to the Phoenix King for that extra money. Alright.
We are the guardians of order.
If you wish.
What are you doing here? Alright. I kind of hope Tyrannok ends up, like, getting an... Oh, I should have checked my thing so I could trade with all of these factions. We'll do that next turn. I'm really hoping that Tyrannok kind of gets its butt whooped, like ends up going to war with Lothern or Avalorn and gets whipped up on. That way we can confederate with them. The Rakoff dynasty is dead. Aurelian is dead. Yeah, Aurelian controlled one of the gates. Good riddance, I say. Aurelian is a jerk faction whenever I play High Elves. I think if you play Tyrion, you can ally with them pretty easily, but if you play Avalorn, they hate you. Ah, that's not good. Everything's more expensive to build. That lasts for 5 turns. Oh, that's okay. So when that wears off, Karen Carr will be ready to upgrade. Alright.
Fool's request.
You are heading out to sea. Because you are going to go hunt down Crone Hellebron for me. Who is out at sea right now. Alright. In the meantime... Well, Morthy's not here. Let's actually gang up on the Venom Glade. And put an end to this.
To battle! Time for battle!
You called?
I did call.
Can I offer assistance?
Yes. Come and aid me in this battle. We will push them back once and for
No
all.
mercy.
Though we're probably going to need some siege equipment.
Nagaroth prepares for war once more.
Actually, do I even need a battering ram? You only... So, a lot of people just kind of build battering rams on autopilot. You don't really need a battering ram unless you have cav. Or something that needs... Or chariots. You know, something that needs to get through the gate but can't knock it down on its own. That's the only time you should really bother with a battering ram. Otherwise, you should just go straight for towers. Obviously, there are exceptions. Like, if you... let's see. This is... Oh, okay. They'll be able to have the population for it. 3 turns.
The Asa bids you welcome.
I don't really want to upgrade Bleakhold just yet. It's a little bit too vulnerable of a settlement to invest in.
Yours is a short span.
And I forgot to trade with people again. Because I'm an idiot. Alright, writing down a note. Make sure to check trade before ending turn. There we go. Alright, let's see if there's any other comments that we've got on videos just to kind of pass the time while we're waiting for, you know, interns. Oh, God, Tyrannok's spreading. I don't want Tyrannok to spread. Because if the day ever comes that I decide to attack them, that it's just going to be that much harder to root them out. Let's see. Someone asked on the last episode. Let's see.
Nagaroth prepares for war once more.
Ooh, this is actually a really good idea. Cryotears said we should replace the regular archer unit with Aurelian Reavers, the bow kind, so that we can actually eliminate enemy war machines and such. And that's a brilliant idea that we'll definitely be doing. Did we finish that level 3 horse place yet? No, we haven't. Call the Great Herds. Good news is, though, we don't have to do that one immediately because it's a battle buff, not a recruitment buff. Alright, and we're just going to kind of keep an eye on where she's going. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is see who we can trade with now.
Oh, it's you. Excellent.
Teclis sounds so
All
peeved.
right.
Alright, so we're trading with Teclis.
You need me? What
Tor
brings you to
Elisor.
the Phoenix Court?
This will give us a ton of income.
If you wish.
Being able to see every faction that has a
greetings,
port
fellow
is one of the
Asur.
most important
What brings you
things as High Elves.
Very well.
Ooh, I actually wouldn't mind confederating with him and having a spot down south. And of course we have that guy who's buffing our relations with the Lizardmen because we want to be friends with them. And it looks like, I'm surprised Queek is as ahead as he is considering he only owns this. But I love Krokgar. I really am looking forward to when I have time to do a Krokgar narrative let's play. Okay, so he owns the Mirror Pools of Tepok. That's unfortunate for us, but it's good that we can actually see it, so we don't waste our time. More of the factions need to be... I always find it weird that it says led by a Lizardman, but I'm pretty sure that this guy's temporary, because I think Itza for sure is going to be the DLC.
Quick.
Wow, so he's strength rank 4, but he only has 6 settlements. Isn't that crazy?
Who calls?
Hey, humans.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire.
All right.
We'll build up the trade. We'll stay in touch.
Liberus, help. Do not
And
let
then-
my death mask.
Then we've got Tomb Kings.
I am a gracious host. Stop this.
Okay, we want to be friends with the Tomb Kings. They're actually one of the factions that no matter what campaign you're playing, you should always try and be friends with them unless you're intending on attacking them.
Our oath, our fight.
Let's see. No, I definitely am gonna want towers to attack these guys. All right, so let's actually. So that's why, like, if you're playing a High Elf campaign, it's almost worth rushing Maritime Empire because it gives you the ability to just trade with everyone, which is such a huge deal for High Elves. Because not only does it let you spy on everyone, but it also massively increases your income. Let's see. So I think we're just going to hold here for now. Why don't you take a... Oh, that's interesting. So they used to have the Alith stance on the regular High Elves, but they've replaced that with the Shadow Realm pathway. Ooh, that's interesting. So you're not able to have as magically powerful of armies. Alright, we're not going to do that. Alrighty. So we can end our turn. So yeah, we'll definitely be picking up some horse archers for Alith Anar's army. Definitely agree with whoever said that. Cryotier did, which, hello, I know you actually watched this series, so thanks for your great suggestion. Oh! Nagaroth. This might complicate matters a little bit. I mean, that's good because Nagaroth is less likely to focus on directly attacking us, but it's also bad because it means the army... Did he seriously just, like, run out of the settlement? That's annoying. Hopefully that didn't...
Nagaroth prepares for war once more.
Dang. It's aborted. It sucks. Oh, but our noble's back.
I await your command. I have much to teach them.
Right. And then the Shadow Hand is going to continue his pursuit. There she is. Alright. That's in a few turns. That's in 2 turns. Hackall, let's get the better horsey building.
Can I offer assistance?
Okay, so this will be an auto-resolve now, because the garrison's going to be way too weak.
Victory is everything.
Do we want to sack it? Don't really think we need a massive amount of money, and I'd rather inconvenience the Dark Elves than anything else. So let's actually go ahead and sack it, and then next turn I think we're going to raise it.
Loic's fury.
But we're going to fall back to friendly territory, and like the Cryo suggested, let's actually pick up 2 units of Aurelian Reavers to help us out.
When Loic dances, so shall I.
Because I have an army that's designed for ranged battle, so let's, you know, take advantage of that.
Not yet ready.
Ooh, an eagle. Perfect. That'll make him a lot more mobile.
Highborn.
And then you will fall back to
Taking up
Hotek's
residence.
column.
Unthinkable.
See, that's annoying that just because of the... That's probably bug report worthy. I'm going to take... Ooh. Okay, y'all are back with me. So apparently hitting F12 to take a screenshot causes the thing to crash. Hopefully we didn't lose too much there. Confed bug. Alright. Sorry about that. Hopefully it only cut it out a little bit. It didn't cut off earlier and I just now noticed. But, oh god, that is so good. Elven Scholar, for the way I like to play. I really like having high research, so I'm actually going to start with that.
Blood of Nagaroth in them.
Okay, let's take Tempest, just so that if a Flying Lord does appear, we have an amazing counter. Let's see. And then...
There is only vengeance.
You're recruiting troops.
Can I offer assistance?
Yes, I will give you the spears. And I think we're going to save the rest of our money for now. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and start upgrading Bleakhold. Oh, that's fine. Alright. Oh, you know what? I think I might just start taking Venom Glade, because I think I'm in a good enough position that I can afford to have this lady get a 20 stack and start attacking her way north. I mean, obviously, we kind of want to upgrade Alith Anar's army a little bit more. Like, we're probably going to drop the Spearmen for pure Lothern Sea Guard, and we might end up... And then once we reach a high enough level, we'll probably cut them out for something like a Phoenix Guard. but you know we're gonna play it by ear. Let's
Come
see.
in peace.
This is something
Perhaps you may
interesting.
even leave.
We do not. Ooh, he does have an alliance with Ulthuan, though. I don't think I'm going to do an alliance with him, because I am almost certainly wanting to backstab Sartosa at some point. In one of my campaigns, I want to capture Sartosa one day. Alright, someone asked me to double check how many ritual resources are on Ulthuan. So there's one here. And then there's a second one here. I think there used to be a third one, but I'm pretty sure it's only those two. Double checking, double checking, double checking. Yeah, so yeah, I was correct in my last video. There's only two. There's only two ritual sites. It's Val's Anvil and the Shrine of Cain. Those are the only two ritual sites on Ulthuan. Someone asked me to double check that though, and we have done that, which is great. Okay, so now we're gonna.
Time for blood. Your king calls.
Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and take
It's
this.
war.
I'll let the other chick
Shadow King
worry about
rises.
holding this realm. Ooh, the Everqueen Court Guard and the Keepers of the Flame. Holy
His own
crap!
vengeance.
Well, those are definitely both worth picking up. Let's see. So I think I want to finish making Alith Anar good at ambushing.
You may approach.
We'll have you take the Circle of Destruction.
Asur, attack! For Asturian.
Ooh, Banner of Flame. Put that there.
Asur, rejoice.
And we got the Dragon Horn, which is a very powerful buff item. I like that. That's also one of the items that Imric has, who's the character from Calidor that's awfully famous. Okay, we got Lightning Strike on her. So I guess we'll coordinate an assault on Clar Karand. And after we take that, I'll send Alith Anar south to go fight Morathi. See, this happens in 2 turns, okay. This should be this turn, right? No, next turn, okay. Okay. And then the Hand of the Shadow Crown is continuing his move towards Morathi. Ooh, there are some nasty parts of Ulthuan burning right now. And Alith Anar, we can actually get some superior troops. Let's drop one of these so I can get the Keepers of the Flame. And I really want the Everqueen Court Guard in this army. I almost wonder, though, if I should save them to be their own force. No, let's put them in this army. I've got 5 units of Shadow Warriors because of the gray. So let's drop 1 and pick up the Everqueen Court Guard, who, of course, give us magic recharge and flaming and magical damage, which we definitely could use. Especially the magic damage when you're warring against the Dark Elves. Alright. Tut. I think we're good there, so we can end our turn. Yeah, I hope you're all looking forward to podcast day. This video will be coming out the day I record it, which today is Monday. The podcast will be airing on Wednesdays for the foreseeable future. It might be, it's probably going to be bi-weekly, so once every 2 weeks. I don't think we're going to do it weekly because there's not really enough, unless it's like a really busy season. Like, obviously, if they do a really big announcement, we would probably, like, you know, if we do a video this week and then next week CA announces, like, what the Dark Elf monster is and all that jazz, then we might, then obviously we would probably put it out earlier. Or immediately record a new episode. Is that Hellebron? It is. Alright.
Catch wind.
We're gonna run over here.
You overreach.
They gave her such like an angry, like kind of like they definitely gave her a voice that I could only best describe as being the voice of a hag. All right, looks like Malekith has actually landed
Nagaroth prepares for war
on
once
my
more.
property, which I don't appreciate.
Princess of the Asur.
Where's he? Oh wow, so he's literally attacking all over.
Your best.
This could be actually a full invasion. We need to fall back. I'm okay leaving Alith Anar there to keep fighting. We are prepared to resist invasion, but this could be nasty. Let's actually activate Reaver patrols.
Order must be maintained.
Not for this area though. This area is fine. Let's actually activate Rebuild Lost Splendor here. Do I want to activate the Invocation of Vol? Yeah. Strike the hammer! Alright, let's see what we get. The Reaver Bow, that's pretty powerful. Crown of Authority is very nice. Amulet of Foresight, that's okay. And the Jewel of Dusk. Kind of thinking putting the... Let's grab the Reaver Bow and put it on our princess.
Can I offer assistance?
That's just a classic build, y'all. The Reaver Bow. Nice. Alright. Things are looking okay.
Attack now!
Can I take this? There's a lot of cav, but there is kind of a nasty natural garrison force. But only 3 of them are shooting units.
Your king calls. It's war.
No, 4. 5. I think we can take it.
Time for battle.
Alright, let's see if we can claim ourselves Clarkarand with a rapid fight here. We've got a vastly superior shooting force. It's just a matter of making sure to properly take advantage, which we're going to do the usual tactic I've been doing, which, of course, is you line up along, say, the left side of the battlefield. Excuse me. And then you take the right side with all of your stealth units. The good news is that we do have the Keeper of the Flames who can tank quite a bit of the initial shooting damage. Well, we've got longer range, actually, so we should be able to, like, mow down their shooting from a distance. So we've got the Everqueen Court Guard. And we've got Storm Riders. And we've got Aurelian Reavers to handle this flank, along with the Dragon and the Eagle and the Shadow Sorcerer. And then we've got our little defensive group here. And then... oh, and some Lava Sea Guard. Then we've got the Stealth Force, who's going to come hang out over here with Alith Anar. Alright, is that everything? Yep, so we're going to make you guys into a group. Oop. You guys into a group. You two into a group. And we'll put the Flyers in a group. And then this is all one big group. Alright. Hopefully the AI falls for it. They totally fell for it. Let's go! Alright, so group 1, we're going to move up just outside of their range. Group 2 will follow suit. Group 3, we're going to bring y'all around the flanks. Send up the Wizard. Flyers, you can move up as well. Alright, let them have it. The bad thing about sisters compared to like regular units is that sisters don't shoot in an arc. They shoot in more of a straight line, whereas the other units actually do shoot in arcs. Which is kind of interesting.
My power is yours.
Illyrian archers.
Are the Aurelian Reavers in range? Oh, they are. Neat. Okay, we want to make sure we have you guys on guard stance so you're not running in. Alright, and he sees these guys now. And let's actually blow a hole in the wall here. Alright! that had an effect, I would say. Jesus Christ. Alright, so let's send the melee force in. Jesus, I did not realize that just instantly blows a hole in the wall. Alright, and these guys are swarming the walls, which is going to very quickly lead to a massacre. Let's fire some shots over that way.
Shadow warriors, attack!
And... Alright, a lot of these ranged units are weakened, so we can bring in the dragon. Alright, the walls are being very nicely swarmed. Shadow warriors, let's start infiltrating the city.
It shall be done. Advance!
I want these units to claim these parts of the walls, so we can just start mowing people down.
Alith Anar.
Y'all are with me?
Move!
Melee units, forward!
High mage.
Let's throw this down on some doomfires.
Sidon, hear me.
Oh, forgot about the dragon. Get these guys off the walls, would you? Blech. Good work. Now I want you to come defend these groups here.
Asa mage.
What is that? Oh, it's Soul Blight.
Outward mage.
Alright, let's throw down a wizard here. That smells so fucking loud. Let's blow another hole in the wall up here. Oop. That didn't, like, it cast on the unit, which is a little awkward. Alright, these towers are falling out of control, which means they'll stop shooting soon.
Vengeance!
Alright. Bring the dragon over this way, and we're just gonna have our units mow down stuff out here.
No mercy!
Let's see if I can lure these guys out with a doppelganger.
Duty! Glory awaits! My duty! I shall!
What are these? Dark Riders?
Sundered! I give the orders. It will be done. It shall be done.
Alright,
Understood.
let's get some work done, lads. Alright, we're good to move into the city.
Cleanse the land.
Noble! Quickly now! Nagarin!
Where's my wizard? There she is.
Mage.
Pull that dragon out.
Outward mage. And Louis.
Yeah, they're Big Daddy.
And Louis.
Aswad Noble! Right away!
Okay, we need to kill that wizard. Oh, never mind.
Warden of Shadow!
Okay. Good job, lads. Alright, Carcoronda has fallen, and it's now under our control. Which is just swell.
Deep within.
Sorry about that. People leave random, such interesting comments. I kind of am like shifting through to see if there's anything interesting I can respond to, but most of these aren't really response related or relatable things. do a Vlad video soon. Oh, we will. We will. That might be a little while. A Nagash video. Yep. Nagash. If we were to do Nagash, that would probably be like a big celebration video. That would probably be like for 50 or 100,000
The
subs.
Shadow Dancer brings
Him or
fortune.
Sigmar. Because that would be such
Take
a
what
big
we
deal.
must.
Loot knock
Shadow
five.
King rises.
Alright, so that'll give us a really strong
Alith Anar.
defensive position to hold the land of this direction, anyway. Let's get an increased speed buff, because for Alith Anar running around is very
Her
important.
name carries little honor.
For the Shadow Wizard... Yeah, let's do Enfeebling Foe. Lore of Shadow is a very, very good spell. Or lore. Kind of hoping Tretch can, like, actually beat these guys and, like, go all the way down and wipe them out. That would make me so happy. Just because it would play right into my hands. Alright, and this, we're switching to this. This, we're switching to Reaver Patrol. Thought I already did that, but it didn't save for some reason. And then Karan Kar, we need to get a garrison going.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
But things are secure. Is that the last part of this province? Yes, it is. Okay. And this will be great, because that'll give us a launching post to attack Malekith himself. And we're almost to the second ritual. But the good news is we'll be able to stop the Dark Elf rituals by manually attacking him very soon. It's going to be really interesting is going to be seeing where Malekith actually chooses to attack. Morothy. Oh, I forgot about her. Well, it looks like he might have moved closer. But I'll be able to get her next turn. I thought he had orders to assassinate her, but maybe I didn't do it correctly. And we're going to check our diplomacy screen again to see if any of the factions feel a little better towards us. We might try and make some headway with the various Tomb King factions. Just because trading with them could be kind of nice. But we'll see. Alright, we did finish the Maritime Empire upgrade. Let's get Call the Great Herds. Alright, Malekith. He is officially landed. And he could attack either Hotek's Column or the Circle of Destruction.
I am ready.
So I'm going to march the Circle of Destruction to meet him there. Because that seems like a very likely target, as it doesn't have a garrison.
I sense sedition.
Let's get Speed of Assurin. And then you will march to Hotek's Column to hold that against Malekith. Oh, Karan Kar, look at all these upgrades. It's interesting that that's a tier 4 building for Alith Anar. I do want it, though. Having handmaidens as an option would be muy bueno. First things first. Kill Helibron. Awesome. That will help us out significantly, especially this turn when we need all the finances we can get. We need a seaport. Oh God, these are all so expensive. So I think what we're going to do is the Dragon Building and the Handmaiden Building. Oh wow, we never even built this. Ooh, we kind of need that. So maybe we'll do the Plaza, Super Garrison. I think we'll do handmaidens here and we'll put dragons somewhere else. Yeah. But for right now, I'm going to upgrade this because that'll allow us to upgrade a new tier. Yep, and then we'll build Handmaid's Gallery here. Alright. So we've got our defenses ready to resist Malekith. Morothy's going to walk over Bleakhold like it's not even there. Oh, you can't build a garrison in level 2. Oh, I can build a unique building here as the High Elves. That's really cool. Lairs of Clarkarond. +2... Oh, wow. +2 ranks to lords and heroes here. That is kind of amazing. We're gonna build a plaza here. That'll go in that slot, assuming we're able to get it up and running before it's taken back. Alright. We're ready. Now we're gonna see where Malekith attacks. And hopefully we can get Alith Anar to take him down. Because that Lord buff for killing him is always really nice. No, don't damage my walls. Those are expensive. And he went into hiding. Okay, that's very dangerous. Alright, I think I'm going to have Alith Anar hold off Malekith. And we're going to send our princess south to hold off the forces of the Cult of Pleasure. Oh, yes, Skaven, go take Arnheim. Do it for me! Be a good bro, Clan Rictus. Be a good bro. I would like to make friends out of him if I can, but I don't know if he's at war with the Dark Elves or not. Because that would really be the catalyst for our alliance. Let's see. Okay, we got a lot of good friendships going. Citadel of Dust, who we weren't aware of until we finished that tech. Because now I can see anyone that has a port.
Valiant Lord. The laws of chivalry
you want to be friends?
If you insist.
Awesome. I really like the Bretonnian faction because they made them so that they're a lot more survivable. So that if you play Bretonnia on Mortal Empires, you can actually like confederate with them, which I thought was pretty nice. At least it seems they made them more survivable. Clan Rictus they really hate us.
Yes?
You have a proposal?
Yeah, let's trade.
I refuse.
Alright, we're still working on it. Then there's the various Tomb Kings. We don't want to work with Archon because the other Tomb Kings hate him.
The convention is to bow, never. Consent.
Awesome. Good with the tomb. We're good with these guys.
The Goddess, what would you have of me? Never.
Nope. Alright. We're slowly building up across the realms. Alright, Malekith is hidden here somewhere. I don't mind if this army gets ambushed, because I think we can still beat him.
Your instructions.
You need to ride south to Hag Hall immediately.
My visions predict.
Oh god, she's unleashing some kind of scary creations. Alright. Here, let's get a plaza going. Over here, let's get this. Alright. Awesome, awesome. Let's go hunt down Malekith now. He's hiding here somewhere.
My forces advance. I journey, silent travel, traversing, stalk the shadows.
Found him. Alright. Alright, I heard you. Jesus.
To me, Shadow Warriors.
He thinks that he's got the upper hand here, but my army is very well designed to counter ambushes. Like, the only one of my units that can't 360 fire in self-defense are, like, 2 Lothern Sea Guard and the Sisters of Avalorn. Everyone else is pretty well designed for this kind of engagement. Malekith thinks he's the one setting the trap, and he is wrong. Oh, goodness. We're nearing the end of this video. We are probably going to go back to, well, not back to, but we're probably going to start doing 30-minute episodes soon. Just because they're much easier to upload. And, easiness to upload translates to... Okay, here, let's do a little defense here. Keep the wizard here. You two hold here. And then... all of us... spread out. Where is Malekith? There he is.
Excellent.
Here, you and the dragon go take out... Oh, wait, no. That's what the Reavers are for. Reavers!
By Anariel. Awaiting orders.
Here, take out that ranged unit. Dragon, to me! Wow, that unit got absolutely deleted.
Illyrian archers.
Alright. Wizard, fall back. Come up here. I'm gonna shoot some nonsense into this.
I give the orders. Acknowledge! Acknowledge! By your command! For duty.
Charge! Mage, we got some magic.
Withdraw!
God, no. Oh man, our front line's getting buckled. Run and shoot! Run and shoot!
Forward.
Okay, now we're good. Oh, nope. Okay, wizard.
Wolf one made.
This. Right there. Beautiful.
Wielder of the winds.
Alith Anar, save her.
Yes. Moving out.
Don't stop running. Drop this on her.
Winds of
Alith Anar, let's tango. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of debuffs on this death hag.
Scython, hear me. Lethane.
Noble!
Bro, I need you.
Illyrian archers.
Wolf one
Wizard, get out of there.
going abroad.
Defend the wizard.
As you say.
Wow, she's getting, like, absolutely annihilated.
Curse all droopy.
I need to kill this chick. Archers! Open fire! Oh, they killed the Shadow Wizard. Oh, wait, no, she got away. Okay, good.
Vengeance.
I'm gonna kill this chick.
Glory awaits.
Alright, good job. Finish off these guys. Where's my noble? Noble?
Son of
Take down Malekith. Okay, never mind, he's dead.
noble born.
Take down this chick.
Forward.
Oh, wow, that was a massacre. Holy shit. Dragon, after them!
By power.
Warriors!
It will be done.
After them!
Understood.
Don't let them escape.
Illyrian archers. It shall be done.
And you finish off this batch. You right after this batch.
Advance. By your command.
Malekith thought he was the one in control.
Shadow warriors.
Help the dragon.
Asa, move. Nagarin. Lowest champion. To glory. Agreed.
Oh, we want to turn them on melee stance. Because that'll make them actually pursue while they shoot.
We will obey. To battle. It shall be done.
After them! Alith Anar is like insanely fast, so he should be able to catch. Fire! Fire! Alright, yeah, Malekith got absolutely wrecked. Oh, God. Woo! I'm proud of Alith Anar. That was a beating and a half. And our wizard barely got out of there. That death hack was on her so hard. I was really worried there for a minute. She managed to break through those spearmen and escape. What banner does he have on? I guess we'll check in a moment. Whew. Those, oh man, once Malekith went down, though, all that shooting just destroyed the Executioners. Just... this army is very fun to use. Wow, the Sisters of Avalon got 122 kills. They outpaced all the rest of my army. Probably thanks to all that armor piercing. So we didn't lose a unit.
Do not bog me down with captives.
Oh, we got the Banner of Aurelian? That's awesome. Let's give it to the Sisters. That way they have double banner, because I can do that. All
They
right.
belong to me now.
Let's execute them.
The Shadow King rises.
All right, so Malekith has fallen, which gives me frenzy and a bonus to rating.
Alith Anar.
It's very thematic. Alith Anar, basically, his entire life is about killing Malekith. Because Malekith did some pretty messed up stuff to him. Alith Anar was part of a very prominent family in Nagareth, which obviously, when the Sundering occurred, many of the noble houses sided with Malekith over the other over Belshazzar and the other princes. You know, Belshazzar obviously died immediately, but Kalidor was the
Shadow
king
Crown
who
weighs
served.
heavily on my head.
Was the king who was selected to serve to deal with Malekith, and a lot of people didn't side with him. You know, the Sundering was literally, you know, it was kind of the American Civil War. You know, where it was one of those civil wars that kind of split the country right down the middle, and the Nagareth in particular suffered worse than any other, just because so many of its inhabitants sided with Malekith because they thought he was right. You know, Malekith put out a pretty shady version of events. You know, you had the very, very few people who survived the incident at the Shrine of Ashurin saying, you know, Malekith's an assassin, and, you know, he's trying to steal the Phoenix Throne, because very few people survived. A lot of people don't realize that when Malekith
Perhaps you may even
attacked the Shrine of Ashurin, no one ever thought anything like that could happen. You know, they thought it was a very safe place, weapons weren't allowed, yada yada, and Malekith snuck all of his weapons in. You know, they thought it was a place of peace where you could have, like, a meeting and, you know, determine the fate of your future of the High Elves in a peaceful, resolved manner like they always had. And then when Malekith announced that Belshazzar had died, because Malekith poisoned him, suddenly all the princes were like, whoa, wait, what? And when Malekith tried to claim the throne the normal way of saying, alright, I should be Phoenix King, and they were all like, yeah, no, this is really suspicious. Because he basically killed Belshazzar and was like, alright, Belshazzar has been murdered, and his, like, dying wish was that I should be Phoenix King. Or it wasn't quite like that, but it was basically, it was that shady, though. And a lot of the High Elves were like, yeah, no, something about this ain't right. And so instead of trying to bother convincing them further, he basically just did the equivalent of snapping his fingers, and his guard, you know, all drew their swords and just started attacking all of the princes. So everyone who could have been in line for the Phoenix King was not only in the same place, but they were all unarmed, because no one ever expected that someone would basically destroy the sanctity of the Shrine of Ashurin by shedding blood there. So Malekith murdered all of the princes because he wanted to get rid of all the competition. There was only one prince who wasn't there that was basically eligible as a potentiate for Phoenix King, which was Kalidor, who I think his first name was Emmerich. He changed his name to Kalidor after he became king, and he became known as Kalidor the First, not to be confused with Kalidor Dragon Tamer, who is a completely different person. You know, Kalidor Dragon Tamer was the super mage who created the Vortex. Kalidor the First was the Phoenix King who took over during the Sundering and fought the War of the Sundering against Malekith, which was a very sad event. Like, Kalidor did not want to be king. He was forced to be king by necessity because he was the only real option left. And he was not at all prepared to fight Malekith. Malekith had a incredible upper hand through most of the war. Even when they had their kind of climactic duel, because Calidor the First, you know, at the very least, was a Calidorian, and he was very, very close to a dragon, so he had a very powerful mount. But even with that in mind, when he actually fought Malekith, he lost horribly. The only reason he survived in at least the main version of the tale is that the Phoenix Guard rallied to Emmerich and basically started stabbing Malekith. And when they were stabbing him, it caused him... Their blades obviously contain the sacred flames of Ashurin, or at least the same type of magic, and Malekith was so freshly burned and still recovering, because Malekith didn't enter the war until a very late stage. A lot of people thought Malekith died or was like mortally wounded by the princes, which, you know, obviously the princes didn't do it. It was caused by Malekith trying to walk through the flames of Ashurin after what he had done, and he was so impure that the flames burned the shit out of him and cast him out because he was unworthy. Which, of course, the end times came along and tried to retcon the story into saying that, no, that's not actually what happened. It was that Malekith was too weak-willed to make it through the flame. All he had to do was endure it and keep going. Which you know, kind of works in a sense, because I don't like that version of the story. I prefer the original version. The end times, I think they purposely shook it up to try and make it more interesting, but I think it was actually one of the ultimate weaknesses of the story. Was that, you know, Malekith was destined to be Phoenix King, despite the fact that he was a kind of a big jackass about it. But the more interesting version of that story was, you know, obviously Malekith being rejected. Though there is some merit to the fact that when Anarion went through the flame, what a lot of people forget, which kind of supports the story of Malekith potentially having the ability to be king, was that Anarion walked through the flame and was willing to give anything in order to save his people. And he basically died in the flames. Like, he was so badly burned that he literally was essentially massacred. Like, he suffered through unbearable agony and was essentially burned and charred into almost a skeleton. Like, he just died, or got very close to it, and then he received the blessing of Ashurin and was imbued with the power of Ashurin, and his body was rebuilt in the flames. Like, you know, that's why they're called the Phoenix Kings, is because when Anarion went into the original flame, he was burned almost to ash and then reborn as something different. Like, when he walked out of the flame, he was not the same being. He was Anarion the Defender, who was Anarion, the original elf, infused with all of the might of Ashurin to fight against demonkind. And that resulted in him, his body was, like, very different when he came out, as was his mind. You know, he was a lot more powerful, he was built stronger, you know, he had a lot more muscle, and just all sorts of stuff like that. And he put up, and, you know, that was, like, one of the major points of the epic, though, was that, why does my stupid mouse keep dying? Come on. It was that Anarion was willing to give anything. Malekith was not. You know, Malekith wanted to be Phoenix King, but it was for his own selfish pride, and not because, you know, he was trying to save Ulthuan or do the right thing. It was because he was kind of an arrogant jackass, and that showed when the flames were about to kill him, which, you know, according to the end times, the flames would have killed him and then brought him back. Whereas in the original version of the story, which I consider canon as a better storyline, you know, obviously someone could say, well, we know it's not canon, but, you know, fuck that guy. It's a better story. Malekith would have just died, but Malekith threw himself back out of the flame because he was too afraid and wasn't willing to sacrifice himself for this, you know, for any cause. And you see that a lot in Malekith's stories. Malekith is not willing to die for a cause. He values himself far too greatly, much like his mother does. As far as like valuing herself far too greatly. Which is, you know, quite frankly why they don't deserve to lead. A lot of the greatest Phoenix Kings, you know, and people who would have made good Phoenix Kings like Tyrion were definitely willing to give anything to protect Ulthuan and its people. The same cannot be said of those like Malekith and Morathi and such. You know what? We're gonna actually have the Heralds of the Winds melee this because they have really good melee stats. They're basically designed to murder other fast cav. Ooh, I'm gonna need a lot more magic. Throw Hand of Glory down on these guys. Woo! Dead dragon. Focus the other one. Focus the other one. Sword Masters. Spears of Mothlan. Princess. Let's keep focusing this dragon. I'm gonna fire the Reaver Bow. I don't want to fire it at a dragon. Let's fire it at the assassin. Okay, that's definitely designed against units. Alright, so that's another dead dragon. We're going to bring these Sword Masters around this flank here. I want all the archers to focus the enemy general. Wizard, let's soul quench the mage. Let's charge here. I really like this army. This army is pretty good balance. Let's activate the Dragon Horn to get buffs everywhere. Wow, look at him getting just deleted. And then let's throw down a heal on the Signs of Mathlon so we can keep their ward save going. Hand of Glory I'm going to throw down on the Sword Masters to increase their melee attack. Archers, let's focus down the enemy wizards. Yeah, look at that. They're just instant. Wow. Instant death. Instant death. Did they seriously manage to get off a spell at the last second? Alright, we're going to switch to melee stance and pursue these characters until they're all dead. Because we can shoot while moving, because we're high elves, and we're awesome. I fucking love the new high elf units. They're so fun to use. Throw down some healing. Let's do a soul quenching to this assassin as he runs for his life. Get him! If we can... If somebody can hit him with poison, we'll slow him down enough. Scions and Sword Masters. Let's focus on killing the Executioners. I think he's gonna get away. I don't think we're gonna be able to catch him. Oh, here we go. Shoot! Get him! Get him! See, now he's starting to get poisoned from the Shadow Walkers. He's walking like a limp. Bring it down! Bring it down! Shadow Walkers are our best chance of killing him. Come on, just a couple more arrows, and boom! Down he goes. Awesome job. Awesome job. Good work, guys. Yeah, I really like this little army. The Sword Masters comboed with the Signs of Mathland for the ward save, and we got the fire damage, and just all sorts of shooting that's really nice. The Heralds of the Wind are a super good unit, in campaign at least. I don't know how they're going to perform in multiplayer, but the thing that they have really high melee stats, insane speed, pretty good shooting, and they have charge defense against large, I think. So they are literally just designed to be the kings of that like side, and they can fire while moving in a 360 degree arc, which makes them just the absolute rulers of skirmish play. Like I think these guys are the absolute just best skirmish unit in the game because of that.
Victory for the Asur. Hold the captives.
All right, let's do a heal because we're gonna have to likely deal with Morathi in a moment. Oh, I got Hag Butcher. That's kind of a bug, but that's a bug I'm okay with. Because she wasn't included in the fight, but I got Victory. if you lightning strike a lord like that, it can cause a problem there. Let's grab Elven Healing, and then we're actually going to run out and pursue this guy to finish him off.
Azure, we fight.
Use more forced labor. We got Lords over Druki, which I like, and then we're going to march back into Hack Hall.
Alith Anar.
Which is great because it means I don't need her to come, or I don't need Alith Anar to come south because she will be able to handle it. What was I gonna build here? I don't know. Was this worth getting? Yes, that actually probably is worth getting because that's gonna increase our income significantly. And let's upgrade Bleakhold and the Plaza. All right. Back over here, we've got everything. This is a fully upgraded settlement once we, get, of course, get the colonnade all the way up. How are we doing in Hotek's Column? Oh, okay, Hotek's Column just upgraded, so we need to switch to this next turn. And Alith Anar, we're going to run out of ambush stance. And which of these armies is easier to kill? Sabatha is. So we're going to take her out first, hopefully with an ambush stance. Yep,
To me,
so that'll be a
Shadow
massacre and a
Warriors.
half, and we will execute them.
Tradition is maintained. I sense sedition.
Why don't you grab... See, on an eagle, let's grab hard to hit. We want to kind of max out our melee defense. And then we'll go after you. Another ambush.
King calls.
Another massacre.
It's war.
All that experience helps. Ooh, we got a glittering scales. That could be really good on a hero. Oop. Cracian Scout. Don't mind if I do. Alright, awesome, awesome, awesome. Alright, and then we want to make you a little better at fighting, though. This will give us... Wow, that's some really nice buffs on dragons. So let's grab that for our dragon. And then let's grab hard to hit. We want to be survivable.
Illuminate the Shadowlands.
Alright, and we should be healed up
Via
enough next turn to attack Daldrick's lair and take it, which will give me full control of this province. Yeah, let's go ahead and activate the Invocation of Assurin while we're at it for the influence and construction bonuses. Which actually... Oh, because of the victories, we have enough money. Alright, so this place is where we'll make dragons. So let's build a dragon's lair in a minute. Actually, no, let's go ahead and build it now. Boop.
There is only vengeance.
I serve the Phoenix King.
Alright. Good, we're doing great. Oh, and the Skaven did take Arnheim. Awesome, so that means I will be able to go to war with them and complete this province as well. And that'll give us 4 provinces, which is very, very nice for a Vortex campaign. That is a solid setup. And then after that point, we'll basically just need to worry about trying to wipe out Morothy, which of course is a very difficult task. She is tenacious, and of course her settlement causing chaos corruption makes it very hard to take her actual empire just because it has such nice natural attrition. You know, most armies you can just kind of run up to their capital and punch them in the face and be done with it, but Morothy you can't do that because that chaos corruption makes her actually very hard to attack in that way. Alright, so, oh, we're to the second ritual. We'll do that next episode because we're pretty much done for today. We're just doing some small wrap-ups. Let's grab Evasion, and we're going to fall back to Bleakhold. And you've got Silverhelms now, right? Oh no, you were interrupted when you were trying to get them. Okay, well, I'm not going to buy them just yet. Okay, first thing I'm going to upgrade is this. Then I'll turn my attention to Hotek's Column, where I want a Elven Forge. And let's focus the Enchanted Walls next.
Not one
Then you're going to capture Daldrick's Lair,
Fight them.
which I think we're just
Time
going to
for
sack
battle.
this turn. Yep, I want to maximize our income. Ooh, the Fireborn. Don't know what army I'm going to put them in. I'm probably going to put them in a melee guy's army that's focused more on like heavy cav and monsters. The armies I'm running right now are kind of more stealth oriented.
Shattered realm. Too much southern blood in them.
Let's grab... Oh no, let's grab Occam's, because that gives magic damage, which is going to be really good if we have to fight more of those nasty Doomfire Warlocks. Alright, we're all good here. Let's go down here next. Okay, we're good here. Let's go up here now. Alright, so the Venom Blade, let's get more money. Let's get the Fur going, and let's upgrade the Circle of Destruction.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
And then next turn, we will attack and capture Daldrick's Lair. Oh, that's weird. It's like narrowed down to only 2 because the Mark for Death UI seems to be a little problematic. It has like a couple of small little issues still. All right, we'll grab you some Silver Helms as we prepare to launch an assault on Arnheim. We're probably not going to attack Arnheim until after we kill Morathi, just because if you take Arnheim too early, she always attacks it. Always. And it's a very difficult settlement to defend, just because of how far away it is. And if there's one thing I've learned from my dwarf campaigns, it's that you really don't want to invest in settlements that you can't defend super easily, or you're not prepared to defend. Alright, so I think we're just going to go... We're probably going to capture Daldrick's Lair real quick. And basically just go up to ending the turn. So that other army is ready to march. And then next time we'll do the second Vortex quest. Defensive Alliance? I'm not really interested with that. They're a little too far south for me to enter. You want to be really careful with alliances, because the only point of an alliance is to have the AI either help you, act as a bodyguard for you, or to confederate. And they are in neither of those two positions right now. And if they get attacked, I could potentially be dragged into a war I don't want to fight. Because you never know when some random BS is going to happen, and like they're attacked by Clan Wars or Hexadol or something. You want to be very careful about just willy-nilly allying with the AI, because they will drag you into stupid conflicts. Alright, so we own the Shadowwood now, which is good. Alright, and I think we're kind of set to end this turn already, which is pretty nice.
Ready to serve.
Let's pick up one more unit of Aurelian Reavers for that army.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Alright, you've got that sweet melee defense. So now let's go for... let's do Blade Master.
Their name carries little honor.
We're going to go for Blade Shield, because Eagles lower your melee defense pretty significantly. So you definitely want to up it as much as you can. Alright.
The people are restive.
Things are looking good. And we've almost finished the Unite Local Nobility, which is going to make all of those industry and resource buildings not only cheaper to make, but also just cost less. That's such a good tree. Like, if you're intending on building up like I like to, because I like to expand slowly and build up most of my stuff to like max level. I really don't enjoy trying to do something like well, you know. I don't enjoy trying to like take a lot of land very quickly. There are some players who can do that, or maybe prefer that as a style, but especially when you play on higher difficulties, I don't think it's a sustainable form of conquering. One thing I actually like about the Vortex campaign is the Vortex campaign, of course, is much more about securing a type of resource and defending your empire from multiple directions, as opposed to like Mortal Empires or Warhammer 1, where literally the point is just to expand. Though I am glad to see they've obviously been tweaking the victory conditions of other races to make them a little bit more thematic. Alright. I have not unlocked this yet? Oh no, because I need even more specialized buildings. Dang. Alright, we could use some of these buffs But I really want to finish this tree. Let's just finish this tree before we do anything else. Because that's just going to make everything a lot cheaper. Those sweet, sweet cultural advancements. More fur. So we can build up to the fur building, which will be nice. Okay, and we finished the mage structure, which is really nice.
Orders?
And we're building up to getting this lady at 20 stack, which is super nice. Oh, some of the global recruitments are actually pretty small. Let's pick you up. Let's grab 2 units of white lions. I think it looks pretty good. That'll give her a really strong infantry corps, a pretty nasty ranged army, and a considerable mounted force. I'll probably slip a handmaiden into this army at some point, because she'll fit a little better. Actually, you know what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put the handmaiden in Alith Anar's army because she has a lot of range buffs, and then I'll send his noble to join this chick. And then at that point, what we're going to do is probably just start pumping out nobles and send them places to just go farm influence for us. But I think that's a good stopping point for today.
You called?
Yeah, we'll have 220 stacks up and
My
fighting,
realm.
which is awesome, and we'll be in a good place to start the Ritual of the Seafarer, which is a little bit more tricky than the other ones. I think it's the most difficult ritual, in my opinion, is the third one, because that's the one where you get attacked from basically every possible direction.
We are ill at ease.
Because you get attacked by Norskins, Skaven, and Chaos. The second ritual is Chaos and Norska. So hopefully we'll be able to hold the line. In any event, yeah, I think we're good for now. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you for next episode. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.